biggest thing with this is going to be, do they really understand what's happening enough to be able to follow through with the process?
2 juveniles ages 10 and 11 are being charged with multiple crimes in connection with the death of 8-year-old Noah Bush of Jessup, the most serious being involuntary manslaughter. Attorney Eric Kramer says that charges like this are not unheard of.
I've seen cases where children as young as 11 or 12 are brought up on some fairly serious allegations. So it's not unheard of that these kind of charges would be brought, but there's going to be a lot more question of, like I said earlier, whether or not the children of this age are even really able to understand what's going on.
Kramer tells me that proving that the children knew what they were doing is going to be the challenge in this case.
His intent isn't necessarily the intent to cause someone's death, right? In this case, it's the intent to do the act which causes the death. And so the act of, pushing a child, and, in this case, my understanding is that he was pushed into the deep end of a ditch. That act of itself, the intent of pushing him, even if they didn't have it in their head that we know what's going to happen, is going to be the biggest part of what I think they're going to be dealing with here.
When it comes down to the timeline of events, Kramer says the juvenile justice system moves very fast. As far as consequences, there's only so much they can do because of the defendant's age.
It can range from anywhere from a period of supervised probation all the way up to what's called a general 2-year commitment to the Department of Juvenile Justice. And essentially what that is that they would be put into the custody of DJJ. They would be screened for whether or not they can be returned home on conditions, whether or not they need to go to some kind of a group home, all the way up to restrictive custody. The most serious disposition that a judge could give may still not be what the victim's family would consider justice being done, but we're restrained by the juvenile code.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.